Hello, everybody. It's me, Rolling Redneck. Here is a new series I like to call Tetris and Talking, where I play Tetris or Dr. Mario, depending on mood, and talk about something that is more timely. I have like a bunch of videos all stocked up, and I can't really do them all at once or in a timely fashion. So this seems like a good way to get my more immediate Rolling Redneck rants out of the way. And since it's Christmas, I wanted to talk about something that annoyed me. Well, it won't be Christmas by the time it goes up, but it's the holiday season, and I saw a video that really annoyed me. And you know what? There's a trend going around that annoys me. And basically, the gist of it is um, someone thought her niece was kind of a jerk to her. The niece is like, what, 5 years old or something? So she got her a brick for Christmas and filmed it and put it on social media. Now, I understand that, if your relative is kind of a jerk to you, you might not want to get them the best presents. Okay, there are ways to go about that. You can just not get them anything and say, tell them in private that, well, you were kind of shitty to me, and, well, if you're shitty to people, they might not get you good things. And maybe some people might not think that's the best way to go about it, but that is a way to go about it. That doesn't make you look like the jerk. What I dislike is the whole notion of triggering a kid to have a meltdown and putting it on social media for uh, parenting clout or whatever, or auntieing or whatever it was that she is. Like, okay, fair enough. She was a jerk. Let's take the parent at their word there, or the aunt, or whoever the hell she was. But let's say that is true, for the sake of argument. Is putting it on social media really a good thing? Like when I was growing up, and hell, even now, I'm sure that kids told, "Be careful what you put on social media." People might use it against you. Well, someone just filmed their niece having a meltdown that they triggered, and didn't seem to care if someone would use that against their niece. But haha, it's a prank on a kid. Who cares? And sure, you could argue that I'm going to be drawing more views to the shitty video of shitty people being shitty to a freaking 5-year-old, mind you. Fair enough. That is an argument you can make. But I think what annoys me more is that you would never to- you would never tolerate this whole thing being done to an adult. You would never tolerate a kid getting a shitty adult a bad present and putting it on social media for clout because that's shitty behavior. But that does bring me to my next point. There's an awful lot of videos going around lately of parents pulling shitty pranks on their kid and putting it on TikTok or Twitter or whatever else have you, you know, for internet fame. And I don't understand that. Primarily because, A, again, we would never tolerate a kid being that shitty to an old person. If there were a bunch of videos of kids pulling shitty pranks on old people and putting them on TikTok or Twitter or whatever the kids use now, our society would be in a collective meltdown mode. We'd have Dr. Phil having another pseudo shrink on his show. We'd have CNN investigations. Everybody would be flipping the fuck out. But for some reason, because it's adults being shitty to kids, we're all well and good with that for some reason. And I think that irks me, and I think that's kind of why a lot of kids are being shitty to each other and adults, because, let's face it, the people who are supposed to be modeling good behavior are telling them that it's okay to be a piece of shit if it's for internet clout. Now, again, I don't know this particular family's dynamics. Maybe the kid really is that shitty that she needs to be taught a lesson, but why bring the rest of the internet into it? I do not understand that. I genuinely do not understand the appeal of mass public humiliation and putting it on the internet and then wondering why the kid has a meltdown or in 15 years won't speak to you. It reminds me of that episode of Bob's Burgers of all things, where Bob's like, if we, where Bob's like, if we want to have better neighborhoods, we gotta be better neighbors to each other. Well, if you want kids to be better people, you gotta be better people to them. And yes, that may mean that you have to put other things on TikTok besides, oh, look at the funny prank I pulled on my preschool age child who totally can't fight back. I am the funniest person ever. No, you're not. You're a piece of shit. I mean, come on. Pulling a prank on a damn 5-year-old, no matter how ill behaved they are, is still punching down. Therefore, the opposite of comedy. It's just plain fucking mean. And a society where there's a lot of meanness going around, maybe they should be able to depend on the parents, of all people, to not be mean. I guess I'll just leave you with this little thought. According to history, at some point that we now celebrate as Christmas, a guy was born who once told us to do unto others as we'd have them do unto us. Now, whether or not you believe in that person is up to you. I'm not entirely sure I do, but let's say for the sake of argument that he existed. And he did say, do unto others, we have them do unto us. Would you have your kid pulling shitty pranks on you or their elderly relative and putting it on TikTok or Twitter or whatever the hell else? Would you let them do that? Of course not. So why the hell would you even think about doing it to them? Anyway, I guess that's my little thought for Tetris and Talking. Have a nice day. Like and subscribe.